Yo, what's up guys? Back here with another video. It's your boy Woman Builds. Today we're doing the left side of the engine, aka the ignition side. So we got the flywheel over here. Let's cover off. These 8mm bolts all around. Get those off, and then you want to get this special tool, which is a flywheel puller, and then you want to put the little slide thing that it has, little bar thing. I'll show you in a second. I'll be right back. Here it is. This is the little puller thing. So this is left-handed thread, so you want to make sure that you turn it to the left to tighten it and right to loosen it. So as soon as you screw this in, it's gonna put pressure on the crank, and the threads of this is gonna stay stuck to the flywheel, and when this pushes in, it's gonna push the crank in and the flywheel out. So just like that. And then this is also a 17mm. So as you can see, this is a 17 right here. 17mm. You want to take a little impact if you want to do it faster, or you can do it with the wrench. Either way, it'll pop off. Try and hold the crank so it doesn't spin if your crank is still in working condition. So yeah, I'll be right back when I take these off. Alright, I am back. Got the flywheel off. Alright, time for these. So there's, for the flywheel, the stator, so make sure let's backtrack a little bit. So once you get the flywheel off, there's going to be a woodruff key in here. Make sure you keep track of where that is. You don't want to lose that, because if you don't have that, the flywheel can't stay connected to the the crankshaft, and it won't create spark. You lose spark in the engine. So these are 3 Phillips 3. So that's PH3. So I want to get those, and usually you can use the impact driver to take these out. So once I get my impact driver, I'll take these out, and I'll be right back. Alright, as you can see right here, this is the impact driver I'm using. This is the Harbor Freights one. It's like $16, something like that. You want to use the bigger one because the little one always chips and breaks really easy. It's pretty cheap, so it's a lifetime warranty, so you always can go get another one. And so yeah. So you want the impact driver and take out these 3 Phillips, and once you do that, this whole entire stator will come out. So I'll be right back when I get these Phillips out, and I'll show you the rest. Alright, I am back. So I got the Phillips out, and one thing you want to make sure you remember on this stator, it has timing marks. There's 3 timing marks right here. There's one right here, one right here, and one right here. So as you can see, mine's in the middle. So when you put it back together, make sure you have it in the middle. So once you have that, I'm gonna take this off, and just like that, set that aside. And now it's time to take off this gear and little shaft that it has behind it with some needle nose pliers, which are right here, which I have. So I don't think I could do this with one hand, can I? Yeah, I can't do this with one hand. So I'll be right back when I have all this off. Alright. So once you get this circlip off, it's gonna have a little notch right there to have it seat in its spot on the shaft. So once you do that, take that off, take this sprocket off, and then it's gonna be this collar. Collar's gonna be on there a little tough, and right behind this collar, there's a little O-ring. Actually, I can't get into there right now. It's gonna be a little you need a little plier, something sharp basically, and to ply it out, and we're gonna place that once you rebuild the engine. Alright, since we got the left side done and the right side done, it is now time to split the cases. So again, there's going to be 8mm all around. So there's one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, here, and here. So once you do those, also make sure you notice that this one is the only one that has a little bracket, so they can hold the crankcase ventilation hose. So yeah, I'll be right back when I have all those loose, and I'll bring back the crankcase splitter. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I got all the 8mm out. They're all the same length that I can tell from. And now what you want to do, get your crankcase, as I have the Tusk one. You choose any case splitter, doesn't matter. To save these threads on any crank, you're going to put the nut on, or sometimes these come with adapters, and you can put the adapter on so it won't smush the threads. On a 4-stroke, it's very important not to smush these threads, because that's actually where oil goes in and comes out. So once you do that, you want to set this bad boy on top. You want to even it out. So you want to basically put it in the Y. So exactly like this. And once you do, you want to put these in all four. You want to make sure you screw them all the way down until they stop moving. And then put this other one in. And then once you put them all in, you want to make sure you tighten down that nut so that it can't come up and try and strip the threads that are inside the case. So put another one in. I'll be back when I have this all set up. I'm back again. I have everything set up nice and tight. So once you have everything mounted on with this, you're gonna take either a wrench or a socket with the ratchet, or you can even take an impact to make it faster. But with the impact, you won't be able to control this. You can control the speed, but you have to at the same time very cautionally look at this line and make sure they're splitting evenly all around. If they're not splitting evenly, you have to stop and tap the cases of where it's not lifting up properly. So usually the output shaft hangs up and this side doesn't come up as fast as this side does. So you usually have to tap the output shaft a couple times and the case will actually come up a little bit. So make sure you do that, and I'll be back when I have the case split. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, when I was doing it, it roughened up the nut a little bit, but there's no biggie because we can still use the nut. So, and as you can see, this as I put down the make the cases go down more, this O-ring also came up. So, I need to replace that. There's actually two of them. There's actually another one, but it's a little bit farther down. I don't know if I could probably get in. Can I get in? Is today my lucky day? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. Maybe. Yeah. Anyways, so once you do that, as you can see, the cases are split and they are evenly split. Now, when you do this, you're going to make sure that you take off the case pretty slow. And the reason why that is because usually there's washers on the other side that get stuck to the case and they fall out. So, when you do it, you want to do it pretty slow. As you can see in this one, okay, so yeah, my transmission just came out. So as you can see under here, my transmission is starting to come out. So, that means this output shaft is not going down. So what I'm going to do is take a little rubber mallet, tap it down, and it should come out. I'll be right back when I can get this shaft already down. Alright, I got the shaft already down, so now the case should come off. Alright, and just like that, so you want to take it off really easy and flip it over. And as you can see, I just heard something drop, so that means that a washer or some sort was stuck to the other side. I don't know exactly where it went, but it's probably under the other case. So, and transmission came out of alignment. No biggie, we'll go through that again. There's also my shift drum also came out. Another not so big of a deal. We'll deal with that later. But here is our corporate. Usually it's kind of, sometimes they come out easy, sometimes they don't. What you want to do is you want to hold this side and stand the cases upright. Take your rubber mallet and tap the crank this way, so out towards you. And usually it should pop out. If not, you can take the crankcase splitter again and put it on that side and ratchet or wrench it out or impact it out, either way you want, and it will come out. Make sure you put the nut that came from the gears on that side on so it doesn't mess up those threads. Be very careful. Again. So yeah, I'll be right back when I get this crank out. Okay, so the crank did not come out for me as easy as I thought it would. So I put a nut on here and we're going to use the crankcase splitter to push this crank out that side. I also had to take off the transmission because I didn't want to damage it by putting force on this side and the the cases is not together, so it would damage them. And all my forks came out. Also with my shift drum also came out. So yeah, so you want to reposition it right quick and put the crankcase splitter on here again. I'll be right back and I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. Alright, I'm back. So once this is how you're gonna have it set up, and most of you, maybe some of you, if you're gonna do it this way, you're gonna want to take out this dowel pin that's right under here. That's right next to this bolt, right where this bolt goes. I actually put mine right there. So once you have this all set up, you want to start cranking on this and it should pop right out. So I'll be right back when I have it popped out. Alright, I am back, and as you can see, it's popped all the way out, and it's going to stop because it has the nut on to protect the threads so you don't damage them. This is mostly, really commonly, these threads are damaged because people are going the wrong way, or because they don't have the nut on it and they damage it on both sides. So that's that. I'll be right back when I get this crank out. And boom, just like that, the crank is completely out. I got the nut off, and as you can see, the discoloration where it got really hot from full throttling, and it melted the connecting rods, and it got really hot, and then it's just stuck. So this piston is not good, so we're gonna replace this piston. As you can see, go if you focus, yeah, as you can see right there, it's pretty damaged right there, and this piston ring does not move, and you always want your piston ring to remove, though it's in its gap right there to stop it from moving. Still, we're gonna replace this, the whole entire thing, the crank and piston. Or you have a crank for it. It's a used one, but it's in good condition. There's no up and down play, and it comes with bearings, the used bearings. But we're gonna put brand new bearings and seals in here, OEM of course. Maybe not the bearings, but the seals more likely we're gonna put OEM. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this YouTube video. We're gonna put a Vertex piston in here, because usually what Kawasaki runs in their bikes nowadays. I'm not sure if that's still true, but we're gonna run a Vertex in here. Or actually, maybe a stock one. Maybe stock too. Yeah, might do a stock. Either way, I'm gonna throw a piston in here and crank and bearings, stuff like that, and I'll be back with you guys when in the next video. So basically, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Do what you do best. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, smash that like button. And also, what fell out when I took off the cases was my Woodruff key. Like I said, make sure you keep track of where that goes. Don't want to lose that. Your engine will not start. So yeah, peace out, cause we out of here. Disorder, Remy boys that know, fast money don't slow.